Madonna Louise Saccone was born on August 16, 1958, in Bay City, Michigan, to Catholic parents, Madonna, Louise, and Silvio Anthony Saccone. Her father worked as an optics engineer for Chrysler on military defense projects. Her mother died when she was only 3 years old from breast cancer. Madonna grew up in Detroit with 5 siblings, 3 brothers, and 2 sisters. She attended Catholic school at an early age and was known for achieving excellent grades by middle school. She hated the fact that her father remarried, so she started to rebel in her teenage years. At school, she was known for performing cartwheels in the hallways, hanging upside down on the monkey bars, and lifting up her skirt during class, displaying her underwear for all the boys to see. She later admitted that she was a lonely girl during those years yearning for attention. Her father placed her in piano lessons classes, but she would later switch to ballet, where her instructor convinced her to pursue a career as a professional dancer. Madonna later attended Rochester Adams High School and became a straight-A student as well as a member of the cheerleading squad. After graduating in January 1976, she received a dance scholarship to the University of Michigan, but dropped out in 1978 and moved to New York. She later recalled, "I came here with $35 in my pocket. It was the bravest thing I'd ever done." Madonna soon found an apartment while working at Dunkin' Donuts. She started performing at the Pearl Lang Dance Theater and studied dance under the well-known American dancer and choreographer Martha Graham. Madonna then started working as a backup dancer for other established artists, most notable being Patrick Hernandez. She also sang and played drums and guitar for a number of small bands.
Roy Boys were on guitar, and Madonna was on drums. She wasn't a great drummer, but neither was Ringo. And she would come out for her 2 songs as a front person.
I was excited to find that she had written some solid songs.
It's like, what are we going to call ourselves? Let's just call ourselves Madonna. Steve hated that. No, I'm not going to play in a group called Madonna. My nickname used to be Emmy, so we'll call it Emmy.
She screamed.
Shut the f*** up! Do you actually believe I could ever wanna go?
Until she decided to perform as a solo artist in 1981. In March 1981, she signed a contract with Gotham Records. She would frequent nightclubs to get DJs to play her demo.
Your friend, but there's no one home, and you can't even call her on the phone. So get up.
Which eventually led to her signing with Warner Brothers Records and releasing her first hit single, Everybody, in 1982.
Come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your...
Her second single, Physical Attraction, was released in March 1983 and reached number 3 on Billboard magazine's Hot Dance Club Songs chart. Her debut album, Madonna, peaked at number 8 on the Billboard 200. Her music videos became popular with young women, and her style became one of the female fashion trends of the 1980s. In 1984, her popularity reached global levels with the release of her second studio album, Like a Virgin. The album reached number 1 in Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Spain, the UK, and the US. Like a Virgin became the first album by a female artist to sell over 5 million copies in the US and has sold over 21 million copies worldwide. It also attracted the attention of religious groups who complained that the song promoted premarital sex and demanded that the song be banned. Madonna received huge media coverage for her performance of Like a Virgin at the first 1984 Video Music Awards. where she appeared on stage on top of a giant wedding cake, wearing a wedding dress, and rolled around in a sexually suggestive manner. MTV considered it one of the most iconic pop performances of all time.
My shoe fell off on stage. I'd come down the wedding cake and my shoe fell off. I was like, oh shit, I can't dance in one shoe. So I just dove for it on the ground. And when I dove for it, my dress went up and my butt was showing. Everyone's showing their butt now, but back then, nobody saw anyone's butt. And I didn't know my skirt was up.
The second single from the album, Material Girl, reached number 2 on the Hot 100 chart.
She could be great. She could be a major star.
While filming the single's music video, she started dating actor Sean Penn, and they got married the following year in 1985. In July 1985, Penthouse and Playboy magazines published a number of nude photos of her, which were taken in 1978. She posed for the photographs because she needed money at the time and was only paid $25. The photos caused a media uproar, but Madonna refused to apologize and remained defiant. In June 1986, Madonna released her third studio album, True Blue, which was inspired by and dedicated to her husband. Singles from the album reached number 1 in the US and the UK, including Papa Don't Preach, True Blue, and La Isla Bonita.
Last night I dreamt of San Pedro.
The album topped the charts in 28 countries worldwide, a feat that had never been achieved before, and remains Madonna's best-selling studio album, selling 25 million copies. The album was featured in the 1992 edition of Guinness World Records as the best-selling album by a woman of all time. Madonna filed for divorce on the 5th of January, 1989. In January 1989, Madonna signed an endorsement deal with Pepsi, and in one commercial, she debuted the single, Like a Prayer, the title track from her fourth studio album. The music video featured religious imagery and a dream of making love to a saint. The Vatican condemned the video and called for a ban on Pepsi products. Even though the track went to number 1 on the Hot 100 charts, Pepsi revoked the commercial and canceled her sponsorship deal. Rolling Stone magazine praised the album as proof that Madonna should be taken seriously as an artist, and that hers is one of the most compelling voices of the 80s. By the end of the 1980s, Madonna was named as the Artist of the Decade by MTV, Billboard, and Musician magazine. In the 90s, Madonna starred in the film Dick Tracy with Warren Beatty. The film went to number 1 on the US box office, and Madonna received a Saturn Award nomination for Best Actress. The soundtrack album featured the classic number 1 song, Vogue. Which led to her Blonde Ambition world tour. The documentary film, Truth or Dare, which chronicled the backstage events of her 1990 Blonde Ambition world tour, became the highest grossing documentary of all time. Her next album, The Immaculate Collection, was Madonna's first greatest hits compilation and sold over 30 million copies worldwide, becoming the best-selling compilation album by a solo artist in history. In 1994, she appeared as a guest on The Late Show with David Letterman, where she handed Letterman a pair of her panties and asked him to smell it. The stunt was received negatively by the public, who stated that she had gone too far. She then briefly dated famous rapper Tupac Shakur, and later basketball player Dennis Rodman. Madonna toned back on the sex and controversy for her sixth album, Bedtime Stories, released in 1994.
Today is the last day that I'm.
Madonna's most iconic role came in 1996 when she was cast as Evita. While filming the movie, Madonna stated, "This is the role I was born to play, and I am prouder of Evita than anything else I have done." The film was released in December 1996 to praise from film critics. She won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Musical. The Evita soundtrack, containing songs mostly performed by Madonna, was released as a double album and included the hit Don't Cry For Me, Argentina, which reached #1 across Europe. Madonna was presented with the Artist Achievement Award at the 1996 Billboard Music Awards, and on October 14, 1996, she gave birth to her daughter Lourdes from fitness trainer Carlos Leon in the same year. She was 38 years old. After Lourdes' birth, Madonna became involved in Eastern mysticism and Kabbalah.
How does Kabbalah affect your writing now? Is it influencing what you're writing?
Well, I think it influences everything in my life, every decision I make. So, yeah.
Now, how did you become involved in this?
A girlfriend of mine was going all the time and to these classes. They're classes. And basically the Kabbalah is the mystical interpretation of the New Testament.
Mm.
And she kept telling me about this really charismatic rabbi named Eitan who told these great stories, and and I said, "Listen, Susan, I'm not even Jewish. Why are you telling me these things?" And she's like, "You don't have to be Jewish. Just come and take study, and if you like it, well, you like it. If you don't, leave." And this is taking some Kabbalah classes.
Really?
It's really great.